Oh, it's great to have Nainesh Kotak from Kotak Law on the couch with us again this morning, because anytime Nainesh comes in, we always learn something. And what we're learning today is if you get into a motor vehicle accident and are injured, compensation received for pain and suffering does have to go through your insurance company. But the deductible is rising and has been rising every year. And it continues to rise, Nainesh.
That's correct. So for any pain and suffering award in a motor vehicle accident in Ontario that is less than $147,000, which vast majority will be obviously, there is a $44,367 deductible that rises every year by inflation. So this past year, it rose by 6.5%. And the kicker to this, insurance companies keep that deductible. And if you have a case and you have to go to court and there's a jury, and insurance companies like having juries because juries cannot be told about this secret deductible. So if a jury thinks you have injuries that deserve, say, $44,000, you get zero and you end up having to pay the legal costs for the insurance company. And the big issue with this, not that it's obviously unfair, it is unfair, but you need to prove your injuries are permanent and serious in order to get any money for pain and suffering anyway in an automobile accident. Then you have the deductible. You want to juxtapose this against the accident benefit regime, the no-fault portion of our compensation regime. Income replacement benefits have remained at a maximum of $400 a week since 1999. They're not indexed to inflation and they've remained the same. We have record insurance profits between actually 2020, and maybe because of the pandemic, but the trend is continuing. Their profit ratio in Ontario was 27.3%. FSRA, the regulatory authority, wants it to be at 5%. Even last year, 2021, it was 23%. So you're getting record profits and eroded benefits and a secret deductible. This is how unfair our compensation system is.
Are we just making people aware? What can be done about this?
Right.
Because this is government level stuff.
Right. So look, a lot of it is awareness, but yes, look, the insurance industry has a big lobby. You know, they lobby the provincial governments regularly. It's important that the general public realizes this. And look, you can write to your MPP and say, hey, is this fair? I'm paying like the highest premiums in the country, in Ontario. We really pay, used to be BC, and I think we're getting ahead of them now, right? But we get the most unfavorable system, really, in my opinion, in the country. And what are we paying for? So I think that certainly there needs to be an awareness of it. Get in touch with your MPPs and with FSRA, the regulatory authority that is supposed to really police insurance companies. And when I talk about this, there's one insurance company and it's economical insurance, and I've got cases with them. You know, for attendant care benefits, they're expecting PSWs to work for less than minimum wage, and they won't do it. PSWs are getting $30 to $35 an hour. There's a demand. Mm-hmm. So they're not going in, therefore, to but actually give, dress and feed and bathing injured people because they're being expected to be paid less than minimum wage. This is how unfair our system is.
We're running out of time. Quickly though, anybody watching right now that maybe got into an automobile accident, any advice that you have for them if they do want to go up against the insurance companies, or just what do they do in that situation?
Right. Look, obviously get medical treatment. Get the support of your treating doctors and specialists so that you can demonstrate that you have permanent injuries if you do. Look, most injuries, the reality is they're put in what's called a minor injury guideline. By the insurance companies. You get $3,500 worth of therapy. You may think in your policy you've paid for $65,000 worth, but you only get $3,500 worth. So it's important, I guess, report your symptoms to the doctor, get the treatment that's been given to you and being recommended. Unfortunately, you may have to pay for a lot of it out of your pocket because you may be stuck at only having $3,500 of insured coverage.
Okay. Good chat, making things aware with high inflation and gas and grocery bills. Also, when it comes to payouts for automobile injuries, also going up. Nainesh Kotak, Kotak Law. We'll be back on the couch coming up next month.